Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by our naming sponsors, Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. St. Martin and Bork, attorneys at law. Know your rights. And Rouse's Markets, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. On today's show, we'll talk plenty of sports, Saints, LSU, Nichols, and high school with a live audience full of energy. Other participating corporate sponsors include Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute, Gen Gators Power Systems, South Louisiana Bank, Quality Rental Tools, Barca Honda, and by Louisiana and Beyond, a new series brought to you by Edison Schwest Offshore. Now from the Eugene J. Foss and Lorraine Foss Studios in Houma, Louisiana, here's the freaks of football, Bobby, Rich, Mike, Martin, Harry, Stan, and Chuck. It's time for Sports on the Bayou.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another version of Sports on the Bayou. Mike to tell you along with the Cajun Cannon, Bobby Hebert, Rich Marty. Well, we got a lot of good to talk about, also a lot of bad. We'll be back with more Sports on the Bayou.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And St. Martin and Bork, attorneys at law. Know your rights. When we come back, who's in the crowd?
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our Alford team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodaux, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
in Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin and Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin and Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin and Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Sports on the Bayou is also brought to you by our corporate sponsors, Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute, Gen Gators Power Systems, South Louisiana Bank, Quality Rental Tools, Barker Honda, Edison Schwest Offshore. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
Back here on Sports on the Bayou. Martin, I'll throw it to you, brother.
All right, we have the lovely Erica Bourgeois from Alford and Associates. She's going to help us with the tables
because
today.
She's done a great job at doing it.
She has. She's a pro by now, right?
Pro. She's not a rookie no more.
You're very nice.
She's much better looking than me, right, Bobby?
I would say so.
I wouldn't put that in the same conversation.
Yeah, Rich, you don't have to second the motion, okay? All right, you ready, Erica?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Today we have our naming sponsors joining us. We have my crew over at Alford and Associates.
Yay! All right.
We have the law office of St. Martin and Bork.
There they are, right there. Lead them up.
And we have Rouse's Market.
Hey, all right, Rouse. Official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints.
We're also joined by our corporate sponsors, Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute.
Hey, Stan over there. Got his guests.
Gator Gens Power Systems.
All right, and they are, I don't know, they might be in transit. I see them coming in, I think, right now. There they are.
Edison Schwest Offshore.
Look, we got the big shots over there. They're up and coming in the house. They're going to help us pull a raffle today.
Barker Honda.
Look, a Councilman Lester Beamer with his whole crew. Look at those legends sitting with him all around him today. Lester, you like to sit around important people, don't you? All right, that's a good move. Okay.
He's around
South Louisiana Bank.
Look at the former quarterback, Cal Mackey, in the house. Cal, how y'all doing? All right.
And Quality Rental Tools.
All right, hey. Jack always giving back to the community. He also helped out Terrebonne General last week. Jack, thank you for everything you do for the community. All right.
We're also joined by GIS Engineering.
Look at old Neil and his gang over there. Bill Blanchard used to pitch against Barry over there. Rivals, but they're getting along well today. I like that. Okay.
Louisiana's Cajun Bayou.
There they are back there. Got their own show and their own hairspray line. Good deal.
Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government.
There they are. Raise your hand over there. And we also got the fire chief. Look at the fire chief back there. He's keeping an eye on the crowd just in case. You know where the exits are? Yeah, he's already spotted the exits. All right.
Explore Houma.
Explore Houma. Oh! Woo, that's a rowdy crowd over there. All right.
Terrebonne Parish School District and South Central Louisiana Human Services Authority.
All right. Perennial powerhouses over there. Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. All right.
And lastly, we have our retired coaches and the False family.
Look, another legend, Coach Albert over there. Got Mr. Donnie. Got my family back there. And Miriam, 2 weeks off of winning the raffle, which we're going to have. You were pretty pumped up when you won that raffle, huh, Miriam? All right. She gave it away to charity. Don't let her lie to you. All right. What else we got? That's it?
That's it.
All right. Don't forget, we got raffle tickets coming up later in the show. So, Mike?
Martin, I know your dad loved to come here to the show. Always was a big thing for him. Would have been his 98th birthday today, you?
It would have been 98 today. And as a matter of fact, I had a dream last night that he appeared to me. He wanted to be on the show today. So he said, can I take y'all to the break today? I said, absolutely. So look at the monitor. Let's roll.
All the gang up here is pulling for the Tigers.
Go Tigers.
By the way, Bobby, we're all keeping tabs on you.
Whoa. Bob, that's not a good thing.
Bobby, he's up there with your dad and mom. They used to cut up at this show all the time.
I know he's looking down on me. I don't want him to strike me like with lightning or something.
He just made a point. He's keeping an eye on you. I hope you're staying in line.
Yeah. Staying on the straight and narrow.
Straight and narrow.
Yeah, right.
All right. We're going to take it to a break before you tell any more lies. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
When we come back, Saints Talk. You won't want to miss this.
Edison Schwest Offshore is more than a fleet. We're an interconnected network of vessels, logistics hubs, and a fast-growing workforce of over 19,000 dedicated professionals across the globe. From the United States to Brazil and the Middle East to Southeast Asia, Schwest provides cutting-edge solutions to a worldwide community. And in the face of evolving demands across the industry, we are committed to operating as the best in the world.
If you're still fixing your car, that's real cute. Why don't you just drive a Honda? The most American-made gas-powered brand, reliable, safe, high quality, and built to last. There's no need to repair what doesn't break. Where reliability meets rebellion, that's the swagger and style of Honda. Because when your car is in the shop, ours is on the road. And remember, it's better at BarkerHonda.com.
Gators Power Systems is the area's leading Kohler standby generator solution, specializing in maintenance, repair, and installation on all major brands, from gas to diesel and 2kW to 2000. Home or commercial, our team has you covered. Our factory-certified technicians and installers are highly trained to provide response and repair when you need it the most. We service what we sell, period. Trust the Gators, where we sink our teeth in the service.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by St. Martin and Bourke Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
Guys, we're back here on Sports on the Bayou. Man, what a beatdown. I remember as a kid going to these games, but 44-13, you gave up 38 points in the first half.
The most in franchise history.
Yeah, well, tied.
Yeah,
well,
tied,
in Atlanta back in 1972, the opener.
But franchise Saints history.
But man, it's unbelievable how you come in here unprepared, unready, and you melted down on special teams.
Well, you know, we always say this. Teams improve the most between the first and second game, and then they kind of inch up if they got anything at all. The Saints have gone backwards. I mean, they really have.
And they
didn't show up
against the Bills.
And the only thing they had, couple of things they had going for them was the excitement. The team was fighting hard and doing that. I don't think they showed up. I look at special teams. That's embarrassing. That's not. I mean, how could you even go let that happen? When your core, I think, from an attitude standpoint, if your special teams are not performing, you got no chance.
Okay, you got a left-footed punter, and you don't block the guy that coming from the left side.
What is that? I mean, that's
the thing is what. You got to be.
I hate to say it could be coaching. I mean, no one's out there covering that guy, or is the guy just missed the assignment? I mean, you need to know more about that.
I don't know. It was like the JV versus the varsity. I mean, I don't know. The Seahawks are like an NFL team. We look like we were trying to be regulated. You know how they got in the Premier League in soccer? You got to win to get in the Premier League. It's like we were trying to get regulated to be a part of the NFL. No, it was so embarrassing. Yeah. You know who we hanging out with right now? The Titans. Now, I think Cam Ward, they got the right quarterback, but to show you how the Titans, how they're struggling with the same thing. You know what we have in common with them? Right now, no discipline, 31 penalties. We are leading the NFL. We're number one, tied with the Titans with 31 penalties. So we are leading at something. Now, the Saints have now lost 7 straight games, the second longest active losing streak in the league behind who? The Titans, who've lost 9. So we've lost 7, they've lost 9. They are one of 6 0-3 teams in the NFL, but there's hope. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's not a bullet train coming at you. It's a light at the end of the tunnel to be optimistic. They are one of 6 0-3 teams in the NFL, joining the Texans, Dolphins, Titans, Jets, Giants. And the Saints play all of those teams except for the Texans. So we have a chance because we play in other teams that aren't too good. Now we're going to play the Giants. Well, we're going to get waxed. Well, we're going to get waxed by the Bills. Now, when the Giants come to the town, we just heard about an hour ago. Jackson Dart is going to be starting at quarterback for the Giants. Watch, we'll make him look like he's all pro in his very first game. It's just the way it is. Now, to show you how bad it is right now, we can all figure out where we were in 1975. You're talking about a half a century. 1975. The Saints are a 16.5-point underdog going to Buffalo. This is the Saints' biggest underdog in any game since November of 1975. Guess what the matchup was that day? Archie Manning and the Saints and Fran Tarkenton and the Vikings. So that's where we're at right now. So you see, we have
the Vikings had just went to the Super Bowl.
So that, I mean, now it is the NFL. The Bills players are saying the right thing. You know, it's the NFL. Any given Sunday, how many heard that cliche? Oh, anything can happen. But I think even if the ball bounces our way, we could be +2. It might be an entertaining.
And still lose by 20 points.
And still lose the game. I think we could maybe have a performance because the Dolphins suck. They're not good. But you remember in the fourth quarter, that game was 21-21.
Dolphins played hard in that game.
It was 21-21. They still lost by 10.
Let's go to the
highlights.
That's
a lot of points to cover, though.
This won't take long.
Sam Darnold back to pass, 12-yard pass.
We're not even around to hit him.
Jackson Smith.
I always say this. He can make a sandwich back there. And they got the real Ohio State receiver. JSN,
and then here's the punt that really kind of broke the back on everything. Torrey Holton. Draft choice.
Can we grab the flag or one-hand touch? No, we don't even touch him, and then we get waxed.
No one-hand touch, no flag.
I don't know. Those white uniforms, like we raised in the white flag. And they put the white uniforms in the back of the closet.
Like they were playing with 8 players. It didn't even look like they had 12.
We didn't even one-hand touch him.
And Kenneth Walker here with the touchdown score. They really didn't have to use him a ton in this game.
And that
it was all over.
That's 100 100-yard rush.
When they get Charbonnet back, they're going to be something in here. Another touchdown play.
It's great throw.
Man.
No, Sam Darnold.
If you give him
he led the
time,
Vikings to 14 wins last year.
And he's going to do it. And then again, Kenneth Walker in for the score. It just gets on and on. But then Spencer Rattler flushing. I thought he was throwing the ball away here. And Jack Stahl makes the catch.
We gave him an attaboy.
Corner of the end zone.
Jack Stahl is the only one who should get an attaboy T-shirt. A game ball, half a game ball. None of the other players did anything. Jack Stahl, he's a fifth-year veteran. Kellen Moore had him with the Eagles. He came over free agents from the Dolphins. No, he played winning football. But one player out of your whole roster? Come on.
That was your highlight.
I got to ask you.
That was the highlight.
I don't want to get on Coach Moore. That's not fair. It's too early. But I don't see any emotion again. I thought we just went through that with Dennis Allen. I don't see anybody kick ass out there.
No, he's nicer than Dennis Allen.
He's much nicer than Dennis Allen.
He's like a Jim Jones. He knows football, but he can't fake the funk. He can't be mean all of a sudden now. That's not his personality. No, Jim Mara was always a jerk, and so was Sean Payton. No, they were. I was about to say the D word.
That's true.
But I didn't want to say the D word.
These kids need
D-I, that you can finish
well.
spelling it. But, as long as what motivates you, win.
Okay, Bob, you played for June Jones. Doesn't his personality reminiscent of June?
Kellen Moore, exactly. And June Jones helped put me in the Pro Bowl in 1994. But you can't be buddies with the players because they'll crap on you. Pros versus pros. I know they'll MF you and stuff. No, it's crazy.
They're all bipolar. You're right. One day you're in, one day next day you're out.
That's true.
No, the only time that we won, teams that I played on, is when the coach was a butthole. I mean, it was like Coach Perry, Ralph Perry at South Lafourche, Coach Mora. I'm telling you, Jim Stanley.
Let me ask you a quick question. Right now, would you rather have Tyler Warren or the quarterback?
I made that before the draft. Tyler Warren.
Do you see Tyler Warren? You see what he's doing with the Colts? I mean, he's a Taysom Hill 2-0.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy, the Colts. How about Indiana Jones now? What he's doing.
Back with
Jonathan Taylor.
On the Bayou.
Yeah.
Don't go away. Harry McCullough talks Nicholls State and also a feature of the week.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin & Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin & Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin & Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our Alford team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
in Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Alford & Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. And St. Martin & Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back to more Sports on the Bayou.
We're back here on Sports on the Bayou. I'm going to throw it to Harry McCullough, HOFer. So
I tell
give it to us.
we don't get any better when we talk about Nicholls. So Nicholls had a good incarnate word. They started off the box. They had a great win, but then they kind of been hitting the road playing. In fact, this is the first of 4 straight road games, so they're going away from home for the month. Playing Texas State. Now, Bobby, you remember Southwest Texas State.
Yeah.
And San Marcos,
That's a big school.
Kind of in between Austin and San Antonio.
Well, they have over 40,000 students.
For a big student.
I mean, yeah, it's a big
And they went
Town is built around the college.
They went from
I do my research. I
from the
work
Southland
my ass off.
Southland Conference, now they're in the Sun Belt, and they're going to be in the Pac-12.
Pac-12.
So they're putting money in. They raising money for NIL.
And then the young kids, they don't know what used to be a directional school, Southwest Texas. In the future, now they're going to think like,
State.
oh, it's Texas
We're going to
State.
state.
Louisiana State, Mississippi State, oh, Texas
That's
State.
like UL Lafayette. They're just UL.
But you know the team watch out for, Lester? You better keep up with the Joneses. Watch out for Texas Tech in Lubbock, the middle of nowhere in the tumbleweeds. They have the Jack. Texas Tech is unbelievable. They're like the Yankees and the Dodgers. They're trying to buy a championship. You watch it there. You never think of Texas Tech defense. Look how awesome Texas Tech's defense is right now.
All 11 starters came out of the transfer portal. Not a one homegrown guy.
They had a big win this week, though.
They put it to Utah, who usually wins.
I thought Utah was going to be good.
H?
But yeah, let's talk about Texas State and Nichols. Actually, they were 16 and 15 coming into this all-time record, going back to the Southland. But like I said, they're headed to a different level. They just ran the ball. They scored 4 running touchdowns in the first half. That's Brad Jackson actually right there, the quarterback. And then a little later, it's Terrence Burgess, 7-yard run. Nichols, again, their defense looks so good in that first.
We're not touching them.
Right.
No,
Don't
the
you have to?
speed element of Texas State.
They look so good in the beginning, but yeah, their defense is letting them down in the last 3 games.
Here we go again.
Hey, Lester, you got to go talk to the team and say you'll have to at least touch them if you're going to get them down.
Put flags on their hips. We'll play flag football.
And again, like I said, 4 running touchdowns in the first half. They made 5 for the game. They go on to win it by the score of 35-3. So again, the Colonels still have a couple of good road games. They go to Eastern Kentucky this week.
The Colonels versus Colonels. How many times you see that kind of mascot? Colonels versus Colonels, Eastern Kentucky.
So we'll see. We'll see how they do. And look, it's all to get into the conference. That's where they want to make hay.
Well, they want to know. They beat Incarnate Word.
They are. They're the only team that has a win in the Southland.
Yeah.
Conference,
So that's where they got to take care of.
Yeah, this was the battle for the paddle. I bet y'all didn't know that. It was the battle for the paddle.
We got paddles.
You got paddles. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now the team in the Southland I want to watch is Lamar. Because we've said that for years. Look where Lamar is located. And where you can get all
the
those
golden
players,
triangle
that
right
golden
there,
triangle part, man, the right coach gets there, that's really going to be something.
Well, Lamar's got, again, it's kind of what they've done. Nichols has really kind of upgraded their facilities. They put some effort into it, those kind of things. Lamar needs to do the same thing. They've always were a basketball school.
Man, I know it's still bad at Northwestern. I know we beat Alcorn, but we lost to Prairie View.
Yeah.
What? Prairie View.
Jerry Rice. Didn't that Jerry Rice's school?
That was a close game, but still, we lost to Prairie View.
Sinlaw's not putting a lot of money into the Northwestern facility.
No, and they keep asking me for money. I go, what? I got grandkids.
Oh, no. They did in a dry well.
They'll be losing for a while.
We'll be back with more on Sports on the Bayou. Thank you.
Right after the break, it's LSU time. Stick around. It's getting good.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number 1. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number 1 grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
And as you can see behind me, the fury now is starting to happen. The wind's now probably a steady 30 miles per hour, and you'll get gusts from 40 to 45 miles per hour. Of course, that's probably the outer winds of the storm. And if this is the outer winds of the storm, believe me, I don't want to experience the fury of a 140 mile per hour wind.
Don't go to sleep on this tonight and think you're going to wake up and it may be a 1 or it may be gone. Think of it as a 3 or a 4.
Now let's track this hurricane because all indications are it's coming right for Terrebonne and Lafourche.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And St. Martin and Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back with more Sports on the Bayou.
Back here on Sports on the Bayou, guys. LSU 56-10 over Southeastern. Offense got on track. Garrett Nussmeier, after the first drive, man, he was really on target with his receivers. Defensively, I don't know what more you can ask for. Man, that front unit is really good. They gave up scores late, but man, LSU has got immense talent on defense. Secondary so much improved, but we finally saw some glimpses of the offense we thought we'd see a little early.
The offense better be rolling against Ole Miss because even though as great as LSU's offense is, LSU's defense is, I think Ole Miss will score. I'm not saying it's going to be a track meet, but boy, did Tulane look like they didn't belong? Man, that looked like the JV and the varsity.
No, Ole Miss beat them up for their defensive line against Tulane's offensive line, and almost looked like Ole Miss's defensive backs had Velcro. There was no receiver getting open. Nobody.
And Mike, you mentioned this yesterday. We were doing, the second guess at the Silver Slipper, and not plugging Silver Slipper, but I'm just saying that's where we were when Mike made this statement. And it is so true that the rivalry, you could say it rhymes with Ole Miss, like we on Ole Miss. I remember my dad, like, they'd be saying, go to hell, LSU, go to hell. We'd be saying, go to hell. I remember going way back. This is like Archie Manning, Burt Jones, going way back. So Ole Miss, you would think, this kind of surprised me because we all know what happened on Halloween night and Billy Cannon. This is the first time both teams meet unbeaten and untied since number 1 LSU. They were 7-0, beat number 3 Ole Miss. They were 6-0, 7-3 in the legendary 1959 Hollywood night game in Tiger Stadium. So you would think they would have been ranked or undefeated. No, it hadn't happened.
Never happened since 59.
Since 59.
Here's the crazy
that's how
part.
meaningful this game is.
The next week, LSU loses to Tennessee in a controversial game that they got stopped at the goal line, that sort of thing. But crazy games. We're going to go to the highlights, and they got a lot of them for LSU. Garrett Nussmeier with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Garrett looked sharp, Bob. I mean, this is what we thought we'd see a little bit earlier. And then Jawan Johnson, I don't know why they had him on defense last year. He was terrific high school quarterback. He should have been either playing running back or wide receiver. And now he's at the position he should have been from the start. And then Jawan Johnson, again, you see his ability to get away from people and his great speed and balance. Nussmeier back to pass. And, man, he's throwing darts out there.
Well, it didn't look like his torso was affected.
Marion Brown in for the touchdown.
Then you look at Nussmeier. He also had his longest career run of 26 yards in his game.
And listen, he took the slide on that. Xavier Thomas comes in.
You see how he's going
touchdown.
left and he's twisting his body? His torso's fine.
Yeah, there's no way you can do that if your torso's messed
exactly.
up. Down the seam, Bauer Sharp, who started his college career at Southeastern, goes to Oklahoma, and now he's the starting tight end for LSU. Goes to show transfers all over. But, in the third quarter, late, LSU's got a lot of second, third team guys in there. Southeastern gets the touchdown. And that Van Buren kid's pretty good, isn't he, Bob?
Yeah.
Man, he threw the football really well. He's no rookie. He started 8 games for Mississippi State last year.
Yeah, he's not a player who doesn't have experience. But you look about halftime, it was over. The Tigers had held a 271-30 edge in total offense and 17-2 edge in first down. So
Kyle Parker, who, man, you get your playing time when you can at wide receiver at LSU.
Just to show you, remember we played Louisiana Tech. We were disappointed how they played, but Louisiana Tech beat Southeastern 24-0. So you have to look.
And they scored 21 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, so you have to look at now it's starting. real football starting for LSU because real football didn't start week 1, even though we thought it was. Now, it doesn't matter when you play a team, but Clemson sucks. Clemson is garbage. Dabo,
Is he on the hot seat, maybe?
Hey, with Dabo, you need to embrace the times. Or you got
to go into the transfer portal.
Transfer portal, name, image, and likeness. Dabo don't want to do that. We're not going to do that. Yeah, and you're going to lose.
Okay, the first team that really do it, Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin was. I embraced it. And he has really done a great job.
You got to give credit to all the LSU fans and LSU program. We've embraced it. You got to keep up with the Joneses.
Yes.
I mean, Texas Tech's coming out of nowhere. Tell you, Texas is going to be there, A&M, whatever. It's just the way it is. We got to keep up now with the Big Ten. They right there, they might be edging out the top teams in the Big Ten versus the SEC.
Bob, right now, who would you give the nod to?
The Big Ten.
You got to give it to the Big Ten.
State's still tough.
Now, what's helping top to bottom, because look how good Vanderbilt and Mississippi State compared to the bottom.
Mississippi State, I know Mr. Mike likes that. Undefeated this year. How about that?
But you look at the top, the Big Ten. Who's better right now in the SEC? I don't know. We got to wait and see. But Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon.
Well, we'll find out about Penn State, Oregon this week,
That's
right?
going to be challenging.
So,
Big whiteout.
And they got Oregon. They got that Phil Knight Nike money. Again, they're going to pay. I don't know about Penn State, but I know Ohio State and Oregon's going to pay the players.
Penn State's in debt. They paid out some money. They paid Aller $2 million to come back. I'm not sure that was the right
never
move.
paid him no $2 million to
Missouri
come back.
guy that transferred Penn State went to Missouri. The Missouri quarterback was a
Pagula,
Penn
I
State
think his
guy.
name is. Yeah, no, they paid him. I think Missouri paid him $1 million too to go there. But he should have been.
Want him.
No,
I think he should have been the starter at Penn State.
Here's the crazy thing about Ole Miss. The big talk on the offseason, and we got to interview him, was their new quarterback, the left-hander, Austin Simmons. He gets hurt. He's 19 years old, graduated from Ole Miss. He was a pitcher on the Ole Miss baseball team. He gets hurt. They bring in
He lost his job.
Trinidad Chambliss. He's barely 5'11". Watch the playmaking skills. He started and won Ferris State a national title. Not a smaller level, but that cat can play.
He is a true dual threat quarterback. People didn't realize how well he can pass. I don't know, the last 2 games he passed over 300 yards. I don't know, that's pretty good.
I'd spy him
Murray's making it work.
with Perkins every play.
Yeah.
Say, if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us throwing.
No, and the thing
Not
is,
gonna beat
you
us
can't lose your job because of injury. That's a bunch of crap. No, if the other guy.
No, you know that.
And then all of a sudden,
Only takes one play.
They go with the hot hand.
So, Rich, you're going to give us a pick, Oregon or Penn State?
You know what? I'm worried. I'm going to be at the game. We're leaving Thursday to go up
You
there.
didn't
We'll
give
be
me a
white out.
pick.
I'm going to give you a pick. Well, I've got to pick Penn State.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, this is going to be a great test for them. If they can't,
For both teams.
if they don't perform here, they don't have a shot at the title.
We'll be back
Thank you
with
very
more
much.
sports
Just
on
because
the
I said
Bayou.
Penn State and you're all SEC, that's okay.
Coming up, Chuck Bork or his sit-in will be here for What's Up, Chuck?
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store.
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin & Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin & Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin & Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our offered team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Sports on the Bayou is also brought to you by our corporate sponsors. Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute, Gen Gators Power Systems, South Louisiana Bank, Quality Rental Tools, Barker Honda, Edison Schwest Offshore. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
We're back here on Sports on the Bayou. This is our What's Up Chuck segment. Chuck's not here. Got an important case. Martin, I'll throw it to you. Got Coach Dupa.
Oh, yeah, Coach Laurie DuPont. He's coached in he's played 8 championships. 4 as a coach. He's won 3, lost 1, but 8 championship games along the way. So, who's Chuck? He don't know any questions. We're gonna let the coach do it today, all right? Tell Chuck I said that, Mr. Mike. All right, Coach, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, Coach.
At the beginning of the year, of course, Vegas has odds on everything. They had the Saints at 5, over and under. Now they just dropped it to 3. Realistically, what do you think?
Well, it's been dropping. I can tell you, it was around the draft. It was like, 5.5?
5.5.
And then post-training camp, it went to 4.5. And you say now it's at 3?
3.5.
You know, it's like, that's about right. I mean, I don't.
I can't argue with them.
Yeah.
Look at the schedule.
And I've said this, I might have said this last week. It's almost impossible not to win a game. Because there's pros versus pros. You might say, well, Bobby, yes, I mean, the Lions did it before they were 0-17. No, I was talking to Scott Shanley. Scott Shanley tell me, no, Bobby, no, we way better than that team that went 0-16 for the Lions. He had played against. He said they were that bad. He goes, no, I mean, so what if we went 2 or 3 games? Look at Katrina. We were 3-13. We were the traveling all-stars. Remember we playing in San Antonio?
Except we didn't have a Katrina this year.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
The Katrina is the roster. I mean, you can't get fired after 1 season in the NFL, but I don't think that's the Saints' character. They'll give Kellen Moore, like, let's say we win a couple of games, and you're not just going to get rid of the coach. But the one thing I said this about the fans, and we know when we respect football. If we have games like we had at the start of the season against the Cardinals and the 49ers, no, it's a hard effort. We're right there to win at the game. But you lay an egg at home like we did against the Seahawks, that's when the boo birds are going to come out. And then the bags are going to come out.
Hey, come on. We own that.
No, it's close.
Let me answer this.
Nobody else gets bags.
They might get waxed against the Bills. That's
when do you lose your spirit? Rich, you've been on some teams that, I hate to say it, didn't win a lot of games, but when does the team lose this? Don't give me that look. When does the team lose their spirit?
Well, it can happen. I mean, even at the professional level, these guys, after a while, the defense can't stop. The offense can't get a third down. I mean, what were they, 5-15? They can't get a third down conversion. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense. At some point, those things start working against each other. I mean, I know we were 0-8 going into the game. We had a shot at winning a game at Miami, and it just wasn't there. We didn't know how to win. Right? We couldn't put it
Even
together.
the 49ers game when you had the big lead.
Right. Well, in 49ers game, and no, we just mentally, you just don't know how to win again. You lose that edge, and the edge is razor thin in the NFL, right? Winning and losing, it's hard to win. It's just razor. And if you lose that, you're done.
Look at Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay. How they could be 0-3. They're 3-0, and all of a sudden they got some swag. Baker Mayfield, the last minute of the game, not 2 minutes, last minute, he's brought them to victory.
But he's a winner. That guy's a winner.
I'll tell you, that's how Rich
it's a learned thing.
So
okay, they became the first team in NFL history to win their first 3 games in the final drive when they were behind. Think of that. No, Baker, okay, I got it. Coach, how many times have you coached a team that they've had 5 penalties in 1 quarter? The Saints have done that 2 out of the last 3 games.
Yeah, in critical
situations.
Right? They wouldn't have played for him.
Brian Brzee, what are you doing headbutting after the play? And like me and Deuce was talking, how about you hit him during the play, not after the whistle? How about you hit him like during, now wait till after the whistle headbutt? Like what? We had him stopped. And no, then the next play they scored a touchdown. Just stupid, idiotic.
They're not plugged in there. They're just not focused.
I don't know. Did Kellen Moore chew him out? I mean,
no, Kellen can't chew nobody out. I mean, he's got to have an enforcer on that staff.
I go, what are you doing? Are you an idiot? Are you playing? It's a team sport. You're hurting the team. Come on. Brian Brazilian, you're a veteran. You're not a rookie. Come on. No, I'm telling you, we're going to play the Giants after the Bills. I don't. And it's going to be a home game. And the fans are going to come, who's there. And you let them not get off to a fast start, or
it's going to get ugly.
No, the Boo Birds will come out then.
Here's the crazy thing. Early in the game, Alvin Kamara's wide open. Why are you jumping up to make the catch? Keep running.
If Alvin Kamara, you look at that play, we moving the ball, and then kind of, I don't know if he didn't think Spencer Allen would reach it, but yes, I mean, you say, oh, Abear, you always take up for the quarterbacks. No, I'm looking at that throw. You got to anticipate the throw. He's throwing it, and then Kamara stops and jumps. How about you run through it? You would have caught it.
It was a
and you could have
perfect
run
pass.
right in.
It was a perfect pass. But then, we have no offensive line. I mean, I saw
That
Kamara get hit 2
offensive
yards.
bad.
Even
on
if
our
we were
side of the line
healthy,
of
we
scrimmage.
didn't have a good offensive line. And now they hurt? I mean,
No,
it's like,
we just, we talked about the injuries. I mean, they have more people on IR at the Saints than any other team in the league. I
okay,
think that's
Trevor
accurate.
Penning, he said, oh, we're making them active. They don't even put them in the game.
Martin?
No, that's about it, but I know he didn't put up with a whole lot of bull on his sidelines, I can tell you
Rich,
that.
you were a great special team player in the NFL.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
You were a great special team.
One more time.
You were a great special
this
teams
has got
player.
to be killing you watching the Saints.
He was
play dead last in the
overachieving.
It's
NFL.
gut-wrenching because, you know what, every play, I used to savor every play to get out there, and I would never fair catch. I'd always, and to see that kind of effort. And nobody stepping up. There's nobody on that special teams. And we had a captain within the special teams.
You had one.
We had Taysom, obviously.
We had
JT Gray.
We had all-pro
Pro bowler, right there, Pro bowler.
We don't have that.
We had JT Gray, 3-time All-Pro, and we're not going to keep him. And then now he went
He's
to the
got to
Ravens
have that
because the Ravens
leadership.
and John Harbaugh.
You have to have that
JT
leadership.
Gray says, I hit the
Thanks,
lottery.
Coach Stoop. Thanks,
Man, I get to
Martin.
go
We'll
to
be
the
back with
Ravens?
more sports on the Bayou.
Right after a short break, Stan Bravois in his Prep Football Roundup.
No one plans for heart disease. Do you know your risk? High cholesterol, diabetes, smoking, high blood pressure, lack of exercise, obesity. Heart disease could be affecting you, and left untreated can lead to stroke or worse. At Cardiovascular Institute of the South, we believe in prevention and early detection. Our world-renowned cardiologists work with you to reduce your risk before an emergency strikes. Protect your heart. Know your risk. No one plans for heart disease, but we do.
At South Louisiana Bank, we're great at banking, but we're great at a lot of other stuff too.
Is that a new rod and reel?
Hey, a girl's got a fish.
We care about the community we live in and the people we serve. We're not just like you. We are you.
Are you boiling crawfish?
No, just letting them soak.
We're proud to be here and work for the place and the people we love. South Louisiana Bank. It's in the name.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by St. Martin and Bourke Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
Back here on Sports on the Bayou. Stan, you got it, brother.
Thanks, Mike. Always good to have a coach on when they're 3-0, and that's just what I have today. The head coach of South Terrebonne High School, Aaron Babin, his team playing awfully well after the first 3 games of the year. Talk about a little what you guys are doing that is giving you success.
I think right now we're playing together as a team. You kind of look across all 3 games. When you look at the 3 different games, it's kind of been different people stepping up, different sides of the ball. And it's been a real joy to be part of it and to see the success that the kids are having right now and how it's leading to, better practices for us, more enjoyment at practice, because they've had that success and they're continuing to work hard. They've always worked hard since I've been there. And, it's It's just one of those things that, sometimes success breeds success, and right now we're a beneficiary of that.
It's ridiculously early to start looking at PowerPoint rankings, but I did peek, and if everything ended today, you'd be the number 3 ranked team in Division II non-select, which is awesome. A win against Como High School, who's a 5A school, and then you had CCA, who's really good. You got a win there, and then a win against Hanson this past week. But you jump into district play this week against South Lafourche High School. Talk about what it's going to take to win that game.
I think the same things that we've been doing the first 3 weeks of the season. They're a good football team in Galliano with South Lafourche, so we've got to start. I think offensively we have to be efficient. We've got to make sure, first of all, we take care of the football. Then the second part, you get to defense, and defensively, we got to slow down their offense. They're coming off a game where they just won with 42 points in a shootout. So, we know we have our work cut out on that side. And then, special teams, we've already been talking about it at this show, at the pro level, but we focus on it at South Terrebonne, and we like our special teams groups right now. But, every week's a new thing because it's not, some of the upper levels where, everybody kind of does it. You're playing high school ball, everybody goes, spread punt, shield punt, pro punt. You got these different things, swinging gates, all these things that you've got to prepare for. And we put a heavy focus on it. And, that's what it is. It's a 3-phase. We got to take care of the football, turn over the football, and, be the more physical team.
Taking a look back at the scores from this past week, H.L. Bourgeois got a big win against Central Catholic. Thibodeau had no problems with Assumption. Allender took it to Houma Christian. Bobby was 1 point better than Mike. Vanderbilt Catholic got a big win over Sulphur. St. James in Terrebonne was billed as the game of the week, and it was sort of a dud. Terrebonne took it to St. James.
St. James is ranked, right?
Yeah, St. James is the best team in 3A football.
But Terrebonne got some talent there. And boy, in that region, you guys and Terrebonne, whoa.
Last week really I said it, Terrebonne is the best eye candy looking team I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
E.D. White, unfortunately 0-3, which is not common for that team.
Yeah, a tough schedule.
Yeah, really tough. South Terrebonne easily over Hanson. Alexandria got by Destrehan. Morgan City has been struggling. Berwick's been struggling, and Patterson has been struggling in that little St. Mary corridor. Again, you guys have South Lafourche, in South Lafourche, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
District starts this week. The game of the week here in the Houma area is, again, Terrebonne High against Hornville. That's going to be a really good one at Thomas.
That will be a really good football game. But listen, get ready when you go to South Lafourche to play now. Them calls might not quite go your way. If it's,
I thought you were going to take care of that for me. I heard since I was coming on the show.
No, I might have to.
Well, but I don't think the new principal gives the officials speckled trouts like my Uncle George.
You don't have to worry about that. We good on that.
We'll take care of them then. We know a couple people.
Well, we are hoping you the best. Good luck on Friday night. And we do have to take a break. We'll be back with more Sports on the Bayou right after this.
Some good stuff.
Don't fall asleep now, because when we come back, I'll give away an award to someone who's in the audience on my Stay to Play segment.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin and Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin and Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin and Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our Alford team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Alford & Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. And St. Martin and Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back to more Sports on the Bayou.
We're back here on Sports on the Bayou. It's our Stay to Play segment. Martin, you got some great guests for us.
All right, we got the heir apparents coming up. We got Kobe, Max, and Josh Schwest. They're each going to pull one today. That's the up and coming, okay? So we're going to do three $50 drawings today, all right? Now, Miss Joni and Miss Darla outside the glass over there are looking at y'all very intently saying y'all better pull their ticket. Right? Okay. All right, so who's going to go for Josh? You want to pull the first one? Sure. All right, come on up there. By the way, Max has his own fishing show on a network. You're doing pretty good. You like doing that, huh, Max?
Yes, sir.
How long you been doing that?
About a year
come
now.
talk right now, Mike.
About a year now.
About a year? You enjoying it, right?
Love it.
All right, good deal. All right, here we go. First one. All right, Josh, let's see what you got. It's a big day for somebody in the audience. You can just call that number right there.
028501.
Oh, Neil Marlbrew. All right. Come on, Neil. You want to redo it? And O'Neill said, look, put that one right here, pull another one. It's a good man out there.
028490.
Yeah. 490.
Wait, 490, that's me.
That's you?
Holy, that's the first time I've ever won.
Let's go. Go sit down.
Bingo! So,
call the paramedics, please.
So you're giving that
What a psych ward.
The name, image, and
Penn
likeness?
State needs all the money they can
South
get.
South Central Louisiana, we need some help back there. They got a psycho up here. All right, good job. All right, we're going to get Kobe up here. Kobe, pull the next one there, partner.
028457.
457.
I'm in the 500.
Right here, there we go. Fire department.
There we go.
Now, we feel real good about giving, we always feel good about giving the fire department $50. Max, hand that to our fireman out there. He could go buy a supper for the department over there. Good. All right. And it's within the legal limits. Just want y'all to know that. All right. Max, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to pull the last one here. Last $50. Joni and Darla are watching intently in the glass.
028487.
You won. And that means Penn State's going to win. That means Penn State's going to
Barry Pellegrin. One of the best pitchers around. Come on, Barry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
right place, right time. Okay.
Barry had to win something because he couldn't beat Bill Blanchard his senior year. Hey, Rich, hand that to Barry over there.
You're going to have handling fees. How much is this? $3 a handling fee. Bobby, what do you get for handling that?
All right, y'all give it up for the Schwest young men up here. They did a great job. Joni and Darla, I am so sorry, but we'll work on it again next week.
All right, Martin, thank you. We'll be back to finish it up here on Sports on the Bayou.
Coming up, a look at next week's game.
At Terrebonne General Health System, we believe that health is a journey best traveled together. As your dedicated partner in wellness for over 70 years, we are committed to providing comprehensive, compassionate care. From preventive services, primary and specialty care to advanced treatments, Terrebonne is French for good earth. And good health here on the good earth sounds just right. Together, we can achieve a healthier, happier future for you and your family. Discover more at tghealthsystem.com.
Since 1988, Quality Rental Tools has provided specialized products to the oil and gas industry. Our locations allow for quick service to both land and marine operations. At Quality Rental, our name represents our commitment to our customers. Our uncompromising principles help us remain a strong and vibrant member of the oil and gas industry. To order any of our products for offshore and land needs, call us today at 1-888-922-3449. Quality Rental Tools, our name says it all.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And St. Martin and Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back with more Sports on the Bayou.
Finishing up here on Sports on the Bayou, guys, we're not even going to talk about Saints-Bills score, but LSU Ole Miss. And
So
you know what?
Right now,
it's 2.5. Ole Miss. I really think LSU is the better team, but the home team has won the last 4 games. I think this is a field goal game. I think LSU wins it.
Well, I hope LSU wins it because we need something positive around here.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm just hoping. Look, last year everyone thought Ole Miss was going to win, right? And then
They did win everything but the scoreboard.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So as long as LSU wins the scoreboard, because you have to keep it moving forward. No, really, the season started for LSU. They're going to be tested. Alabama, I think, is getting their sound footing. You look at Texas A&M, how they beat Notre Dame, and then at Oklahoma. So, no, LSU is going to be tested, and it's going to start this Saturday with Ole Miss.
We didn't talk about it, but Alabama is no longer on the yearly schedule for LSU. And I get it to a certain extent, but man, that is LSU's biggest rival. And when you talk to Alabama players, yeah, Auburn is who they are, but who we really consider, the gold standard from their standpoint, playing LSU.
Well, yeah, that's for the young people. The old school people is still LSU, Ole Miss. Now, they don't play Tulane anymore. But I'm telling you, we were third banana for Alabama. Yep. Now, they might have been first for us when you're winning. Because Alabama, the Iron Bowl, Auburn, and Tennessee and Alabama can't stand each other. And then, the one who had to play Vanderbilt, look at poor Auburn. Now, I think as of late, us playing Auburn, Florida, Alabama, we love those games with LSU. So when you look at Auburn right now, it's the oldest rivalry. They're playing Georgia Bulldogs. They're not going to stop that. And then they got the Iron Bowl, Alabama, and then they're going to play Vanderbilt. But Vanderbilt's good this year, but that, they threw them a bone.
You never know.
But you look at LSU, I can tell you what, Coach Kelly is not poo-pooing their future schedule every year.
He was saying, thank you. I don't have to play Alabama every year.
They got Arkansas. They have Texas A&M. And who's the other one? Arkansas, Texas A&M. Ole Miss. No, LSU got a very favorable schedule.
We'll be back next week with another version of Sports on the Bayou.
We'll see you next week on Sports on the Bayou.